What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to be going over the best PvP and PvE accessories in Dekaron, or what's considered best in slot. This video was suggested by Soic4576. Again, a video on what gear/accessories are considered best for PvE and PvP. I can't go over both in one video. I'm going to be honest with you. It's just going to be too much. So in this video, I've decided that I'm going to do accessories. So we're going to focus on accessories. And if we want to see something else, we could maybe think about doing that in a future video. Again, if you want to see your video in the future, make sure you're subscribed. Leave a comment down in the comments section. If it gets the most likes, that'll be the next video that I work on. Yeah, again, this is kind of an opinion. This is what's best in slot, in my opinion, and based on what I have in my brain right here. You know, I haven't been incredibly active, but I think I have a pretty good idea of what accessories you should be looking at. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's jump right into it. Okay, so we are going to start off with the best PvP accessories. So let's go ahead and just run down the list here. Number one, we have the Dragonic Perpetus, the Infinite Perpetus specifically. This PvP, PvE is just a best in slot item. Basically, you have to have this. Plenty of guides on how to get this, but this is definitely your number one accessory that you're going to want in PvP. Up next, we have the Great Devil's Horn. This is also a staple. The 35% critical damage, critical damage res is just, it's just incredible. You just end up reducing so much damage because of this. It's just very good in PvP. In addition to that, you get 10% damage res as well, which is really nice. And there are some nice damage boosts as well. Up next, we have the Legendary Dragon Necklace. Not this one specifically, but what you would want is you would want a Legendary Dragon Necklace that has 2% DDR and 2% PvP res. This is farmed via the Dragon Master Quest, or Master Dragon, or Dungeon Master Dragon Quest. I can't remember. It's the one in Valley Rift, Crack of the Valley, and you have to do 4 different dungeons. You get Dragon Souls. You then exchange Dragon Souls at NPC. I think it's one of these guys down here. You can go look, but that's where you go, and that's where you upgrade that. Or, you know, I guess this is a guide, right? So I should go down there and I should show you. Also, to get the Dragon Horn, you upgrade that at NPC Aria over there. Sorry, I should have mentioned that. I do have a full guide for that on my channel too. It's Ishtar. You come here and then you do Dragon Soul Exchange Shop, and then this is where you can work on getting your Dragon Necklace right here, and then you can get stats and stuff on it as well. Okay. So that was Legendary Dragon Necklace. Very good, like I said. Up next, we have the Sublime Captain's Ring. This is another best in slot item. This one is much harder to get. The first version of the ring drops in Elmar in a cache, and it has a chance to give the base ring. The base ring is, let me see, I have to go check. The base ring is the Abyss Fallen Sailor's ring, and then from there you can update it to the Sublime Captain's ring if you are a magic user, or you can upgrade it to the physical version if you are a physical user. So those are the 2 options there. Again, this is just an extremely strong accessory. It has lots of good stuff and lots of good offensive bonuses, utility bonuses, and again, it has that PvP damage res and that damage res, which we're looking for. You know, when you're PvPing, you need to have both PvP and DDR, or damage res, maxed out at 75%. So these are all things to consider. Up next, we're looking at the Only Chaotic Necklace. This is another option as well. This is upgraded from the Independent Necklace, which drops in the Solo Sizz dungeon on the Matera map. That is upgraded here. Let me show you really quick. So you go item, accessory, it's the Chaotic Necklace right here. Again, you get the Independent Necklace, you go through your upgrades, and then at the end you get the rare Only Chaotic Necklace. So that is definitely another option. I do think there's better options, but it's definitely one to consider. Again, it's 8% DDR, 5% PvP res, which is just really good. So again, if you're trying to max out your defensive stats, that's definitely the one. And then the last one I want to mention is your Flawless Wedding Ring. This is also another really good accessory, mostly because it has that PvP damage res again. And then in addition to that, it has a bunch of attack stats, which is really good. There are better stats now. I feel like this one is used less. However, I do use less, but I do think it is still a viable option in the game. Unfortunately, right now the wedding ring is not obtainable since they removed the gastroliths. But I'm sure they'll be adding it back in again in the future. But you farm the ring. Once you have the wedding ring drop, you just need to farm 1k dragon souls, and then you can upgrade it to the flawless version. And you're probably thinking to yourself right now, wait, we only have 4 accessory slots. Why are you showing me like 6 different accessories? Well, the truth is that there is not a one-size-fit-all for each class. Different classes are able to get to different base PvP and DDR res stats. As you can see, some of these accessories are a lot more defensive, some of them are a lot more offensive, and you have to do what is best for you to max out DDR, max out PvP res, and then get your attack as high as possible after that. So yep, those are all the PvP accessories, so let's go ahead and jump on over to the best PvE accessories. Okay, and now we're going to run through the best PvE accessories. So first off, Dragonic Purpose. I've already said this once. This thing is absolutely phenomenal. If you don't have this, you should farm it. And I should have mentioned, too, for the PvP side, what you're trying to do on your rank options is just get those as high as possible. Should have mentioned that, but anyway, that's probably a given. But yeah, this accessory is phenomenal. It is the best accessory in the game. If you don't have it, get it. It's not that hard to farm. Guide on my channel. Up next, we're going to mention the Great Devil's Horn again. In PvE, you really want to be maxing out your PvE and your DDR damage res. Those are the two that are going to contribute to your damage reduction. So the fact that this gives a whopping 10% damage res just makes it really good, in addition to its really nice attack stats. And the crit damage res is actually helpful as well, because certain dungeons do have bosses that crit you, and this will reduce that damage, which is really nice. Up next, we have the Halloween Spooklet Tier 6. This is, in my opinion, probably the best PvE accessory, other than the Perpetus, of course. And yeah, this thing is just phenomenal. 15% PvE damage res, all attack 5%, critical damage 12%, and it even gives you an XP increase and an item drop rate increase. Oh, what else could you ask for? Unfortunately, this is not currently obtainable at the time of me making this video. It comes with events, specifically the Classic Stash event or Halloween events in the future, so make sure to keep an eye out for that and get those farmed. I do want to mention, too, that these are stackable. You can wear up to 4 of them, which is pretty insane. Up next, we have the Sublime Captain's Ring. Just going to mention this again. If you don't need the DDR, well, actually, this does give DDR, but if you don't need the PvE res, the movement speed on this and the attack stats are just super nice and just make your life really comfortable. So would recommend this one as well. Up next, we have the Frozen Necklace, which is the counterpart to the Chaotic Necklace, just the PvE version. This is a phenomenal accessory for PvE. It gives, it gives DDR and damage res and PvE res, which are two things that are really important in PvE. And in addition to that, it really bumps up your attack with the all attack 15% and the vitality 300, which contributes to your critical damage. And I love that it additionally has a 10% movement speed boost, which is it's just really good. So definitely highly recommend that. It's definitely a best in slot for sure. And then the last one that I want to mention is the Dekaron ring. This is not a best in slot. However, I just want to put it in here because this is something that pretty much anyone can farm, and it'll really help you survive in dungeons. It's just upgraded with Seed of Dreams. I have a guide for it on my channel. The final version requires Cacao, which is a pay-to-win item, but even if you get it to the second to last stage, it's still 15% PvE damage res per ring, and you can stack up to 4 of them. So this is definitely a way to help with survivability if you're having trouble with that. So definitely an honorable mention. Yeah, so these are all the best in slot PvP accessories that I can think of off the top of my head. If I'm missing something, let me know. I know there's the one accessory that you can get from Siege, but that just seems completely unobtainable to me for most players, so I'm not even going to mention that. But yeah, accessory-wise, I think this pretty much covers most of it. So again, if I'm missing something, let me know. Or if there's other suggestions, that you can leave them in the comments, so other players can see them as well. But yeah, this is just kind of off the top of my head, the ones that I know are very good, and the ones that you should definitely be aiming for in the future for your characters, whether you're doing PvE or PvP. Now, again. If you have any suggestions for future videos, make sure you're subscribed. Leave a comment. If the comment gets the most likes, that'll be the next video that I work on. You guys know the format by now. I've been fairly consistent with it. That's what I'm going to keep doing. But yeah, questions, suggestions, leave them in the comments. Yeah, until next time, guys, take care. Peace.